InvestorIdeas.com podcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast looking at cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insights from thought leaders and experts. Today we're looking at announcements from Empower Clinics Incorporated, trading on the CSE as EPW, CannaOne Technologies, trading on the CSE as CNNA, Zenabis Global Incorporated, trading on the TSX Venture as ZENA, 360 Risk Solutions Limited, trading on the CSE as SAFE, Harvest One Cannabis Incorporated, trading on the TSX Venture as HVT and the OTCQX as HRVOF, NextGen AR Solutions, trading on the OTCQB as NEXCF and the CSE as NTAR, Canopy Growth Corporation, trading on the TSX as WEED and New York Stock Exchange as CGC, and Tilray Incorporated, trading on the NASDAQ as TLRY. First, let's look at Empower Clinics Incorporated, a growth-oriented and diversified medical cannabis company, who provided an update on recent activities by the technical teams at Empower and Cantop AI Incorporated, a subsidiary of Datametrics AI Limited, to develop a deeper understanding of patient awareness of cannabis-based treatment options and ongoing effectiveness of treatment programs. The company has provided selected SEO terms and phrases for use in Cantop's artificial search intelligence platform, targeting two key company markets, Portland, Oregon, and Phoenix, Arizona, to gain additional insights on how consumer social data is generating interest in CBD-based products, alternative pain management options, and the use of cannabis-based therapies. Insights derived from AI are beginning to demonstrate how patients in our key markets are talking about describing their experience and ideas related to cannabis and CBD-based treatments, and even suggesting recommendations about alternative therapies and their effectiveness in treating a wide array of qualifying conditions, stated Steve McCauley, Empower's Chief Executive Officer. We believe the outcomes of our AI efforts, if successful, could position the company as an educational leader, and we plan to collaborate with the industry with the ultimate goal of improving patient care, said Mr. McCauley. Cantop's powerful AI tools are helping us analyze the substantial amounts of data in the Empower database, and we expect will facilitate the integration of the additional data we expect to derive from the proposed acquisition of the Sun Valley Clinic Group that has a combined 165,000 patients. Next, we look at CannaOne Technologies, who announced it has entered into a formal agreement with Manna Health Services SADCV of Mexico City to undertake the development, launch, and operation of an industry-leading online CBD product purchase and delivery marketplace for the country of Mexico. The agreement was signed on March 5, 2019, with a contract term of 36 months and an option to renew for an additional 60 months at the conclusion of the initial period. CannaOne CEO Solomon Ribby Williams stated, "We're extremely excited today to be working with Manna Health. CannaOne will exclusively build, manage, and oversee a customized enterprise version of BloomKit for Manna Health, intended to be the go-to online CBD product marketplace in Mexico. BloomKit, our enterprise software solution, will give Manna the capability to offer a flagship and fully operated online CBD marketplace once Mexican regulations are finalized. For example, it will offer Manna the ability to inherently monitor and track pickup and delivery logistics, and the capability to deliver historical and current trending analytics to ensure optimal management of all CBD sales channels. It will provide this with all the benefit of the simple and easy-to-use built-in e-commerce solution." Ribby Williams further added, "This collaboration with Manna will provide CannaOne the immediate credibility of working directly with a highly respected Mexican organization that already has existing partnerships covering retail and commercial land, pharmacies, shopping malls, and tourist destinations throughout Mexico. Currently, Manna Health is approved by the Mexican government to buy, sell, lease, distribute, import, and/or export any products related to health and wellness. Once this CBD marketplace is launched, Manna has further committed to CannaOne to jointly study, analyze, and utilize all market and consumer data that's collected and retained through the marketplace." Next, we look at Zenabis Global Incorporated, who signed its first exclusive definitive supply agreement under the Zen Craft Grow program. This first Zen Craft Grow agreement is an exclusive supply agreement between Zenabis, as a standard processor, and a microcultivator in the final stages of receiving its license that will bring unique genetics and small batch artisanally grown cannabis to discerning adult use consumers across Canada. The Zen Craft Grow program reflects Zenabis' ongoing commitment to offer consumers a range of unique and high-quality products. Through the Zen Craft Grow program, Zenabis provides its regulatory compliance and quality control expertise to facilitate the licensing of small-scale craft growers, leverages its existing supply agreements with provincial liquor authorities, wholesalers, and licensed retailers in 9 Canadian jurisdictions, and provides consumers across the country with access to high-quality, compliant, and quality-assured cannabis products from passionate and committed microcultivators. Zenabis will market these craft products under the Founders Reserve brand, found at foundersreserve.ca. This brand name reflects Zenabis' desire to pay homage to the growers and advocates who played such a significant part in the establishment of the legal cannabis industry. As a licensed producer with a national distribution network for the adult use market, we're thrilled to bring the distinct and specialized products of licensed microcultivators to customers across Canada, said Andrew Grieve, Chief Executive Officer of Zenabis. Founders Reserve and our Zen Craft Grow program represent something new in the Canadian marketplace. This brand will provide safe, consistent, and quality-assured products from commercially licensed growers, and the strains sold under this brand will reflect the dedication and passion that comes from years of cultivation experience. Founders Reserve will provide highly coveted cannabis strains developed with care by cultivators who have deep commitment to their plants and their products. We're pleased to offer these thoughtfully produced artisanal products across Canada via our existing supply and distribution partners. Zen Craft Grow adds a new dimension to our product offerings, expands our brands with the addition of Founders Reserve, and demonstrates our commitment to a wide range of stakeholders, including microcultivators and consumers. We're excited about this program, and we intend to execute definitive, exclusive supply agreements with more than 20 licensed microcultivators and applicants with whom we've developed relationships. Next, looking at 360 Risk Solutions Limited, who announced that the company, which operates through its wholly owned subsidiary 360 Secure Corp, has been selected by Harvest One Cannabis Incorporated to provide a portfolio of security services, which includes secure transport, secure cannabis storage, and retail deliveries. Harvest One has a global portfolio of brands including United Greeneries, Satafarm, Dreamwater, and Burb that serves the adult recreational and medical cannabis markets from cultivation to retail distribution. The global footprint of Harvest One, with a presence of 5 countries, aligns with 360's strategic goals of realizing significant organic growth and accelerating growth using M&A to expand operations within Canada, US, and internationally. Harvest One is a tremendous example of a company serving the full spectrum of customer needs, from cultivation to production to retail distribution of top quality products, said Thomas Gersnecker, CEO and founder of 360. It is led by expert growers, brilliant engineers, and creative entrepreneurs. It's announced to supply agreements in Ontario, BC, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan. We look forward to supporting Harvest One as it expands its cultivation footprint and retail distribution network in Canada and internationally. Next, looking at NexTech AR Solutions, a company focused on bringing next-generation web-enabled augmented reality, platform and artificial intelligence, and analytics to the cannabis industry, e-commerce, education, training, healthcare, and video conferencing. Announced that it signed a letter of intent to acquire an e-commerce business that generated $2.2 million in revenue and $600,000 in EBITDA in 2018 for the purchase price of $1.8 million in cash. The company is currently conducting its due diligence, which is expected to last 3 weeks, with an expected closing of the transaction to follow. This letter of intent sets the stage for our third acquisition in 2019, and upon closing would push our e-commerce division toward a projected $5 million US in consolidated revenue and $1 million in EBITDA for 2019, said Evan Gappelberg, CEO of NexTech. Since going public, we've been focused on both launching our AR platforms and around our 3 verticals, the AR e-commerce, AR University, and AR live streaming, and a growth by acquisition strategy that we continue to execute on. Upon closing this acquisition, NexTech will accelerate the launch of the existing and exciting new AR and AI technologies, advance and significantly enhance the knowledge of the AR customer journey through an analyzation of real-time data from the analytics installed on the site, and enable the fast integration of a broad range of AR and AI capabilities onto the site, creating a one-of-a-kind e-commerce AR/AI showcase for consumers and prospects. NexTech has already closed on 2 acquisitions in 2019, one in January and one in February, and has also entered into a separate letter of intent in March as part of its strategy to grow through acquisition of revenue-generating companies that possess industry-leading technologies. Next, looking at Canopy Growth Corporation, a world-leading diversified cannabis company, and OG DNA Genetics, a globally recognized cannabis brand, who announced today that they've signed an agreement to extend and expand upon their previously announced partnership through to 2024. With this newly signed agreement, Canopy Growth and DNA have extended their partnership beyond Canada and Jamaica and have committed to bring DNA's world-renowned genetics to a soon-to-be-disclosed European market. Canopy Growth and DNA entered into their first agreement for the Canadian market in 2015. The partnership gave Canopy Growth access to a wealth of unique, genetically diverse cannabis strains that it then incorporated into its Canadian product lines. And of course, the brain trust and witty charm of Don and Aaron themselves, the founders of DNA. In 2017, the partnership between Canopy Growth and DNA has renewed and expanded into Jamaica to bring DNA's original strains into future Caribbean markets. Under the terms of today's announcement, Canopy Growth and DNA have committed to working together through to 2024 and will make every effort to expand into global markets, including Europe, where regulations permit the legal sale of cannabis for medical and recreational purchases. Teaming up with DNA has proven to be a very strong and mutually beneficial partnership, said Mark Zekulin, President and co-CEO of Canopy Growth. Renewing our partnerships for the next 5 years was a no-brainer for us, and we look forward to introducing their high-quality DNA products to consumers around the world. Lastly, we look at Tilray Incorporated, a global leader in cannabis research, cultivation, production, and distribution, who today reported financial results for the fourth quarter and year ended December 31st, 2018. All of the information in their press release is reported in US dollars unless otherwise indicated. Some of the highlights included a revenue increase of $43.1 million, up 110% compared to the last year, driven by bulk sales, the inaugural sales of the Canadian adult use market, and accelerated wholesale distribution in export markets, as well as a long-term revenue sharing agreement with Authentic Brands Group to leverage their portfolio of brands and develop, market, and distribute consumer cannabis products across the world, and acquired Manitoba Harvest, a hemp and natural foods producer in Winnipeg, Manitoba, who distributes products to 16,000 retail locations in the US and Canada for $317 million, as well as more. 2018 was a very successful year for Tilray with many corporate milestones. Our team made significant progress in our long-term initiatives, including increasing production capacity, expanding and strengthening strategic partnerships, and acquiring complementary businesses to accelerate our future growth and leadership position in medical and adult use cannabis, commented Brendan Kennedy, President and Chief Executive Officer of Tilray. Looking ahead, we remain committed to pursuing global growth opportunities and will be disciplined in deploying capital, particularly in the US and Europe, where we believe we have multiple paths for value creation. That's all for today's podcast. Podcast is now a certified word trademark on the blockchain through Cognate Incorporated CM certification. InvestorIdeas.com podcasts are also available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and TuneIn. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor of this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website, and this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded that all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment. Investor Ideas does not condone the use of cannabis except where permissible by law. Our site does not possess, distribute, or sell cannabis products.